In the early 90s, few games had an appeal to the edgy angst teenager than Mortal Kombat. They were gory and violent. They were very much some of the coolest games around at the time, with many unforgettable characters such as Liu Kang, Sub-Zero, Raiden, and Scorpion. Kids and adults alike everywhere were memorizing combos and kicking ass at the arcades every chance they could get. But one thing I never really heard much praise over was the story in the games. What is there is very bare bones, and every attempt at storytelling was essentially straight cringe, at least in the early days. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking when this concept was created, but what we got was a shit show of a game, and the story was just as awful as you'd expect. Released in 1997, Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero is a prequel to the entire series and follows Baihan, the elder Sub-Zero, as he quests to find Shinnok's amulet. The game also set up themes and elements used in Mortal Kombat 4. The game is also notable as the last Mortal fucking Kombat to use digitized sprites. So the entire premise of the game is to make a 2D side-scrolling game where you traverse through tricky platforming, fight generic-ass enemies nearly every screen, and find lost keys or items to continue to the next level. The real kicker is that the game uses a fighting game style of controls where up is jump and you have a dedicated button to turn yourself around. What is it with games using uncomfortable control schemes and tight-ass platforming? In Bubsy 3D it was tank controls and platforms are just littered everywhere without any rhyme or reason, and Sub-Zero jumps are tight and enemies constantly appear to take you down as you search through the mazes of the stages. Some fights, I swear, are near impossible. So yes, I fucking cheated in this game, but I gave it a fair chance before doing so. This is one of the hardest games I've played for Suffer Sunday, and I felt no shame at all for using cheats. As I have said before, cheating in video games is perfectly fine as long as you fucking suck at them and are not online. And boy did I fucking suck at this game. Started with a lives cheat, helped a lot and was able to get somewhere with it. But then I had to up the cheatage and used an invincibility cheat too. Eventually I ended up needing to use level codes to get any fucking where. Some of the boss fights are near impossible, like Flying Douchebag here flying above me and throwing me around with his wind. Traps are plentiful too and annoyed to the core of my soul. Sewers are complex and easy to fall in, killing you in the process. This game has a ton of ways to fuck you over and over again. All raw with no lubrication. You will be sore in the morning. I always knew I'd have to experience this shit again. When I was a kid, this was a game we rented and played all weekend long. The result was we couldn't get past the second stage. So let me ask you guys a question. How do you feel about blind jumps? Yeah, me too. Aren't they fucking grand? Very cool design philosophy. Bend the player over and perform the anima. Cleanse the spirits within. May you see the light of your maker. The times we have been stopped by a trap or an annoying ass enemy in our way is just too many for me to count. So I won't count them. I'll just pretend it was around 100 though. 1,000 wouldn't be far from the truth. My dumbass played more than I really should have of this shit. I don't know why I felt the need to torture myself this way, but I could have done worse by twisting my nipples, though in retrospect that would have been a relief in the face of this adversity. If that is even a fair assessment of the situation, I think we all can learn a valuable lesson from this game. To not skip out on quality assurance and think you know best as a developer. Shit like this is an example of the developer spending so much time with the game that they become desensitized to the difficulty and jank involved. The story of this game goes like this. Blah blah blah, something something, who the fuck cares? It's way too much reading and way too much corny cringe. I swear to God, they had to have been on something heavy when they recorded this. It's like a fentanyl overdose, only you can Narcan your way out of an opiate OD. Can't come back from stabbing yourself repeatedly in the eyes with a sharpened pencil. Feel nuts yet? Well, feel free to join us every Sunday at noon to suffer through more shitty games. Until next time, stay nerdy. Definitely went the wrong way.